Hello and welcome to So Cool Gaming. We're back with another unboxing video, and this time we're going to be exploring this dungeon crawler game in front of me called Super Dungeon Explore. On the front we have some box art which features some of the heroes in this game and also some of the villains as well. So let's flip this over so we can get a better look at the contents on the back there. So here we have on the back here some examples of what you get in the set, and this list down here we get the Super Dungeon Explore rulebook, 60 Super Dungeon Explore battle dice, 9 unique hero models, which are these grey ones here, 22 kobold minion models, 2 kobold ogres, which are the big guys, 6 Drake Denzian models, 1 dungeon boss, what's his name, Starfire the Dragon, 5 double-sided dungeon tiles, 1 adventure tracker, heart, potion and status counters, loot and treasure card decks, hero, minion, boss and dungeon effect cards as well. So lots of stuff in here. We've got kind of an example here of the gameplay as well, so we've got the game tiles and also the cards. Basic premise of the game is one player takes control of these heroes as they enter the dungeon, and the other player takes control of the console. And the console is basically the dungeon master, and they control the minions and the way the table set up and things like that, and make sure that the heroes don't achieve their objectives. So let's open the box up and have a look at the contents inside. So opening this quite handy lid here that we've got, I'll just pop that open so you can see what is in here. And the first thing we've got is this rulebook. Now this is quite nice because it's straight away it's not very big, which is obviously a good sign, means that it's quite simple to play the game. We've got plenty of artwork in here, plenty of pictures to explain kind of premises of the games as well. It's all nicely laid out, nice and clear, very simple to kind of pick up and learn as well. Some nice pictures in there as well. So let's just pop that to one side. So next we have these 2 sheets of the counters. We've got lots of different ones. We've got the heart counters, we've got certain spell effects and also potions, and plenty of counters to keep you going, all those kind of like cardboard ones. Just pop those over to there. These are the instructions for assembling the miniatures. All fairly simple, pretty much just kind of snap fit with these guys as well, so you are required to use super glue in these. Yeah, and we've got the dragon and the ogre. Let's pop that over here. These are the tiles. Now the first one is kind of the one where you set up all the cards and kind of track your progress through the dungeon. So this is just like a single-sided tile. The rest of these are actually the tiles that make up the game. These are all double-sided, so we've got kind of this lava pit on the other side and this this kind of hallway on this side, and we've got the different. Each of them have these like entrance points and the 4 sides there. So we've got a number of these, quite nice, sturdy cardboard there. So not going to be getting damaged in any time soon. We've got plenty of different styles. So we've obviously got these more hallway style ones, and then these slightly more different sections. All these grid layouts. So obviously the players and the monsters move around these grid sections. So continue through these. Got 2 more there. I quite like these lava tiles specifically. There's some bones there on the ground. So we have these dice here, these like clear coloured dice. We've got 8 blue ones, 6 red ones, and 2 green ones there. And each of them have got kind of stars, or they've got a potion or a heart on there, depending on what their effects are in the game. So just pop those over here. These are the cards that we get in the set. So the back few here are your hero cards, and you use these to kind of find out what stats your heroes have got, and also kind of compile any wound tokens that they may accrue throughout the game. So pop those over here. In addition to the hero cards, we also get some similar cards for the enemies as well. There's also several of those for each type, so you can keep track of different particular characters in the game. Just pop those over there. Now these are also kind of double-sided with a bit of background as to what the character is. Just let the camera focus there. Similar kind of thing to the hero cards I actually forgot to mention. I'll just bring those back in. On the back here you kind of have some of the special abilities that these particular characters have. So just pop these over to one side again. Now in addition to the cards for the heroes and the enemies, we also get these loot cards and also these treasure cards, which kind of feature different items that you can give that your heroes can find throughout the game and kind of equip and give them special abilities. We also get a few of these terrain effect cards as well, which kind of just serve as reference cards so you know what the lava does and what these kind of difficult terrain sections do as well. So this brings us to some of the miniatures as well. So we've got 2 sections here. We've got the one on the right here, these grey miniatures are the heroes, and the ones on the left here are the kind of the minions of the dungeon. So what I'll do is I'll open up some of these and I'll get them assembled so we can see exactly what they're about and have a look at how well they fit together. So here we have the assembled miniatures for this set, and starting from left to right I have the dragon, which is kind of like the boss of the dungeon. Very simple to put together. The body and this kind of like section were already pre-assembled. All I need to do is add this head in. These kind of little tabs and these little kind of sockets, quite easy to put together. Just put a bit of super glue in there to make the fit a bit better. But no, overall, nice and easy to assemble. We have one of the kobold ogres here, which is one of the mini bosses. Very, very kind of hefty piece of plastic here. I'd say the material is very, very similar to Mantic Games, kind of Restic or Spruce plastic. A little bit kind of more tricky, a little bit harder than conventional resin, but you do need to use super glue, so it's definitely not plastic. So just pop that back there. We have some of the smaller creatures here, one of the kobolds. As you can see, obviously the enemy miniatures have been painted red, so you don't actually have to paint them in order to be able to identify which ones are the good guys and which ones are the bad guys. Some of the little kobolds there, and you also have some of these hatchlings as well, just there. So these are just kind of quite easy to put together like the rest of them. Just kind of stick them 2 tabs together. You don't really need glue, but if you want to kind of be a bit more stable with them, stop them from falling apart, it would be advised to just put a bit of super glue on them. So those are the enemies. Let's have a look at some of the heroes here. So this is the paladin, and he's wearing a full set of armor. He has this kind of a sword and this like billowing cape behind him as well, and this kind of spiky hair as well. Very kind of the style's a chibi anime style. Very cartoonish, rounded off, not really many hard corners at all. So it kind of reminds me of the Pokemon games on the Game Boy, some of the older styles of those. We also have here the Riffling Rogue as well. So similar to these guys, very simple to put together. Just literally a case of just kind of gluing the tabs together. I should also point out as well, these quite nice bases. They come with this kind of cracked stone floor styling on them as well, which is nice because you don't have to worry too much about making your own kind of scenic bases for them. There were a few mold lines on these to remove. If you're kind of a keen modeler like me, you will be wanting to remove these. The material, it's quite tricky to remove them compared to normal hard plastic and resin, so you will need to kind of get a file or a hobby knife just to kind of scrape those off as well. So, but overall, not too bad. I will be hoping to paint these as well for some latest painting tutorials, or at least to show you some of the painted examples as well. So those were the miniatures for Super Dungeon Explorer. Let's kind of zoom out and get an overall kind of look at the game. So that was our quick look at Super Dungeon Explorer, and so far I'm very impressed by the miniatures that I've seen in here. I quite like the style, it's quite unique. It's not really something I've seen in this kind of a genre before either, so it's always nice to see something a little bit fresh. The kind of the contents that I've seen in here as well, it's fairly simple. You get a deck of cards, you get your dice, and you get your tiles as well. There's a nice kind of artwork on there as well. It's kind of like cartoony style, which kind of mixed with part of the rules also talk about 8-bit, 16-bit, and Super, kind of like a kind of whole Nintendo era of gaming. So it's kind of very nice to see that kind of aesthetic played in this. As I mentioned when I was looking at the miniatures, I was hoping to do some painting tutorials eventually for some of the miniatures in here, probably some of the heroes and also some of the minions as well. And as well, I'm also going to be doing a gameplay review as well. Once I've been able to get a few games in, I'll kind of report back, give you a basic premise as to how the game goes, and kind of give my opinions on it as well. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, so hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with any more Super Dungeon Explorer content we do or any other games. And thanks for watching, and goodbye.